Hey guys, Metal Driver here, bringing you another WWE Elite review. Today I'll be looking at the Wrestlemania Elite Series, Chyna. So here at the front of the box you see this logo. We have the Build-A-Figure Paul Ellering with Rocco. Then on the sides of the box you see an image of Chyna on both sides. The back of the box features an image of Chyna, a brief bio, career highlights, a description of this figure, the rest of the figures that are in this wave, along with the Build-A-Figure pieces that this figure comes with. The bio states, from Londonderry, New Hampshire, height 5 feet 10 inches, and finisher, the pedigree. Career highlights include WWE Women's Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and WWE Hall of Fame inductee. The description states, the ninth wonder of the world dominated Ivory and became the new WWE Women's Champion at WrestleMania X7. Alright, now that we have looked at the box, let's go ahead and open this figure up and take a closer look at Chyna. Alright, and here is Chyna out of the packaging, but first, let's take a look at the Build-A-Figure pieces and the accessories that she comes with. Alright, so looking at the Build-A-Figure pieces, so she comes with the two arms for Paul Ellering, then it has his hands right there. Then the other piece is Rocco the dummy, so it looks pretty good. So looking at the figure, it's painted pretty well. It's got the shoulder pads, which are nice, painted in gold, so that looks good. It's got his black leather jacket on, looks like a white shirt underneath, wearing blue jeans, so just a solid blue paint. Then his shoes, black and white, painted pretty well, looks pretty good. No extra paint on the back. He's got a hole here so you can place Paul Ellering's arm in there so you can hold it like a dummy. Then looking at the head sculpt, it looks pretty good. It's painted pretty well. Looks like the lip is painted a little bit too high up here. Or maybe that is how it's supposed to look, I'm not sure. Other than that, it looks good. Now the only point of articulation that he has is a swivel at the neck. But you don't really need this to be articulated, so that's fine. So Rocco does look really good. Then the accessories that Chyna comes with are two interchangeable fisted hands and the Women's Championship belt. So this looks really good, looks pretty solid. Now we have seen this belt before. This was released with a few other classic female wrestlers. So overall it looks good. It's nice that we get this again with Chyna since she won this in her match at WrestleMania 17. Alright then, taking a look at the head sculpt. Now this is sculpted really well. The paint came out really nice on this figure. I think Mattel did a great job on this head sculpt. The likeness to Chyna is spot on. So really well done. Kudos to Mattel for doing this. And also kudos to them for finally giving us a Chyna figure. Not only did we get one, but we got two within a year. So the paint looks good on the lips, on the teeth. The eyes are painted well. The eyebrows also. And she's got her headband here, which is painted really well. There's no sloppiness or mispaint. Then she's got a neck collar, which is very similar to the headband. Painted really well. Then it does appear on the eyes that it looks like they're looking at an angle. I don't know if that's done intentionally. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. I'd rather it look like that than to look really sloppy. So not a big deal. Then the hair is sculpted well. She's got curly hair. So in this match, she did sport curly hair. So normally we did not see Chyna with this style, but this was unique to that match. And it looks really good, sculpted really well. There's no extra paint. It's just a solid black. Alright, then looking at the torso. So her top is purple. There's no shading or added paint. It's just a solid purple. Then we do see some silver lining here along the outline of the top. That goes all the way into the back, and then you've got two buttons, so that's pretty good. Then the upper body is really buff and muscular, which is how she's supposed to look. So I'm glad they did that. They didn't give her any weak-looking arms. And it does appear that these are the same arms that were used in the DX Chyna 2-pack. Looks really good, really nice. Her abs look good. Some nice thick arms. Then look at the lower body and her trunks. It's purple, silver outline as well. She's got this silver square here. Now it does look like it's off-centered, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that. I would assume it's not. So my OCD is kicking in, and I feel like that needs to be a little more closer to the center of the trunks. Then on the back, it's just a solid purple, more of that silver outline. Looks like it was painted a little bit low here, so they could have brought that up a little bit. Then looking at her legs, she's got muscular, thick legs, which looks really nice. So I'm glad Mattel's making her look accurate. Looks really good. And then her boots are just a solid black, no extra paint. So overall, really good looking figure and an excellent head sculpt. Alright, then going over the articulation, so the head is on a ball joint, so she does not look high up at all due to the plastic of the hair. She barely looks down, so that's a little bit disappointing, but it's to be expected with the way her hair is sculpted. Head can turn side to side, and it can slightly tilt. Shoulders have a hinge which allow it to go that high up, and it is pretty stiff on mine, so I'm going to have to loosen that up. Let's see if this one goes up. Yep, that one goes up a little better. Shoulders can rotate all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, swivel and hinge at the wrist. She has a ball joint at the diaphragm which allows her to crunch that far forward and go really far back. She can also pivot side to side and twist slightly. She also has a waist swivel. Ball joints at the hips which allow the legs to go that far out, which isn't really far at all. Legs can go that high up. She has a thigh cut, double jointed knees, a cut at the top of the boot. Ankle has a hinge which allows it to go that high up and that far down. Then she does have ankle pivot. Alright, and here's the new Wrestlemania Elite Chyna next to the DX 2-pack Chyna figure. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the new Wrestlemania Elite Chyna figure? I think this is a fantastic figure. I think Mattel did a great job on capturing the likeness of Chyna, and overall, there really aren't any complaints that I have with this figure. I think it's really solid. Great paint apps, great look. Looks exactly how she looked at WrestleMania 17. And with all the crap that has been going on in 2020, the one positive that I can say about this year is that not only did Mattel finally give us one Chyna figure, but Mattel gave us 2 Chyna figures within the same year. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I was a huge Chyna fan back in the Attitude Era, and I think this is a great figure to add to your collection. Whether you're a fan of DX, Chyna, or the Attitude Era, I think this is one that you definitely need to have in your collection. So if you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can see more WWE Elite reviews. Follow me on social media so you can keep up to date with all my wrestling figure photography. As always, stay tuned till the end to see pictures of this figure in action, and I'll see you next time.